Okay, Kings. Yeah, set this up.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward positions. Then it's Domantas Sabonis, then it's Austin Reeves, and it's Carter in at the 1. And for Los Angeles, they've got DeAndre Ayton. James is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 guard. As a team, when you're trying to construct your best lineups, what are you looking for, Grant?
You know, I think balance is probably number one. Each lineup has to have enough defense and offense. Otherwise, it's just vulnerable.
Carter finds Reeves. Now DeRozan. Sabonis with a screen on Hachimura. Down low. 5 to shoot. And Sabonis slams it in.
Excellent pick and roll action that time. Sabonis has great hands, rolls out of the screen effectively and hard, attacks the defense as the roll man.
Now here's Hachimura. From outside, off the mark. Reeves, the pass to DeRozan. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Inside. Left block shot on the way. And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist from Sabonis.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
James outside. The 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Sabonis. And so DeRozan will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka going to cook you.
Here's Sabonis. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Out to Hachimura. Pass to Ayton. Back to Hachimura. Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. The three-pointer off the mark. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And he jams it home with authority.
Austin Reeves has handles that are kind of sneaky but very effective. He's clever at getting shots for himself.
James passes to Ayton. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. And here we go, Sacramento on the fast break. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Boy, one of the things that stands out with Domantas Sabonis, this guy is high energy all the time. He's a relentless glass eater.
All right, I'm told we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, joining us now with the latest news. Shams, what's the update?
Thank you, B.A. Closing in on the trade deadline, the Sacramento Kings front office is getting things done. They made a deal to acquire Austin Reeves in a move I'm told they believe will add crucial depth to their lineup. He can fill a lot of holes offensively. He's the kind of player they're hoping can give them some stability on that side of the floor.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Lakers going out and acquiring superstar talent in Luka Doncic. LeBron James said, everything I do on the floor, Doncic has the ability to do it or even do it better. That's how great he is. Even at his young age, he's such a unique, special player. A generational talent. Guys, back to you.
They're happy to have him. Allie, appreciate the report. And timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's a completely new group for the Lakers. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter here. And it's DeRozan missing.
With no D around, you expect him to knock down that midi.
Westbrook against Levine. Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Monk for 3. The rebound by Murray. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 2. Banked it in off the glass.
This is a talent Levine is constantly developing. His assist numbers just keep improving.
Reeves against Westbrook. Monk for 3. Cranes the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Kings trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Always putting on the show. Levine plays with flair and clearly one of the best dunkers in league history.
Westbrook gets the bucket.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
DeRozan outside. Rebound, the Lakers.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
To the inside. Murray passes to DeRozan. Good.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
The drive by Westbrook. And the layup is good off the glass. Westbrook's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Lakers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
On the court for the Kings, second quarter underway. Hayes is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. And the basket is good.
Mid-range, no problem for LaVine. He easily adjusts his shot as needed.
Well, Clark, when Russell Westbrook's career is over, how do you think he'll be remembered?
I call him 24/7 because he shows up the same all the time. Great energy, great production, stat sheet stuffer supreme. It was his work ethic and the way he brought himself to the game every single night. Very impressive.
LaVine can't hit.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
With the crossover, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on DeAndre Hunter.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way.
Carter, he's checked in for Sacramento. He makes 1 of 2 that time. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams.
Russ is at his best when he's playing downhill. Pedal to the metal, attacking the cup.
Basket's good.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Doncic checked in for Los Angeles. And the Kings also making a change. DeRozan is checked in. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, that kind of throwdown by Westbrook gets the bench off their feet and excited.
He's defended by Hayes. Some solid defense from Hayes. The Lakers lead by 7. James outside. Hayes with a screen. Pulls it. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, really impossible to know what James is thinking in advance. I mean, especially in these sets.
And Clark, for all the excitement around acquiring Luka Doncic, now the Lakers hoping to get him back to the NBA Finals.
Yep, his youth sets them up for the future, B.A., but with LeBron James in the fold, they still want to try to win now.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Westbrook against DeRozan. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. And Sacramento making a change here. Reeves is checked in. So it's Los Angeles now. Screen by James. Kicks it out to Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot misses. Kings trail by 7. DeRozan outside. Over James. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Yes! He still got it! LeBron!
One of the most remarkable things in sport, LeBron still throwing it down at this age. One of the best athletes we've seen in any sport.
Reeves against Westbrook. Shot is good by Reeves. Reeves has got 6 points.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Even though he's a little older now. Wow, LeBron can still rip off some incredible moves.
Back to Reeves. Sacramento passing it around. The three-pointer is good from Levine.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Aiden, he's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for James. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Westbrook. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Keegan Murray comes in for Zach LaVine. And Smart nails the triple.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Sabonis, the pass to Reeves. DiVincenzo with the steal. And here's Doncic outside. And Los Angeles another 3.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost a 60% clip. They've been blazing this second quarter.
On the wing, Reeves. DiVincenzo covering. Sabonis with a screen on DiVincenzo. The shot by Reeves, no good. The Lakers lead by 10. Pass to Smart. To the middle. Outside, DiVincenzo. There's the triple. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. And here's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They host the Hawks after this one, and that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Looking to get back on track. Look at DeRozan making his presence felt.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
And here's Doncic outside. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Ending the first half with an exclamation point. The three-pointer adding insult to injury.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Hawks, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Sacramento Kings.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
The Lakers lead by 11. James is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for J.J. Redick getting going here in the second half. Reeves, the pass to Murray. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Carter. And he comes up with a bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, what Luka Doncic does with the ball in his hands is never predetermined. He said, quote, "I just see what the defense gives me. It's never the same decision. It's a lot of factors. You've got to look at who's guarding you, if the shot is going in or not. There's a lot to think about, and then decide. Back to you."
He keeps them guessing. Allie, thank you.
Never gets old seeing LeBron explode off the floor like that.
Sabonis, the pass to Reeves. The 3-ball. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Double team on James. Hachimura from long range. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Carter. Sabonis with a screen on Doncic. Carter from outside, and Ayton pulls it down.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Hachimura, the pass to James. Fires the 3. DiVincenzo can't hit.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
DeRozan against Hachimura. And it's DeRozan missing. Los Angeles leading by 6. Kicks it to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. Doncic! Count it!
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Here's Carter. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. The Lakers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Doncic finds James. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. And it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
They've had a hard time shutting down the 3-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Marcus Smart's checked in for Los Angeles. Russell Westbrook comes in for DiVincenzo. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And Sabonis slams it in.
And you know what? At 6'10", dunking is low stress for Sabonis. Solid at getting himself inside for these throwdowns.
Luka with a good look inside.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who can make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Knocks it down from distance.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
DeRozan down low, guarded by Doncic. DeRozan finds some space, and Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
And they call an illegal screen here. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
James finds Ayton. From behind the arc, LeBron sticks the triple.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Murray, no good. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They host the Hawks after this one. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Outside Reeves. Back to Levine. DeRozan for 3, and Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. James outside. Pass to Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Westbrook's got 13.
Well, throughout his career, Westbrook has been known to be a very physical guard. Russ loves playing through contact and scoring through it, too.
Back to Reeves to halt the run. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Doncic outside. James outside. Launches it. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
Here's DeRozan. Up and in on the layup. He's got 6.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Here's Doncic. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Kings trail by 12. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th quarter. The vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. Then it's DeAndre Hunter, and it's Carter in at the point.
Levine showing you good effort that time, not allowing the foul to stop him from getting the shot off.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
What stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And I love the way they've been attacking the basket. I mean, they've looked to penetrate every opportunity they've had, and they've done a nice job doing that.
James. Westbrook, the pass to Monk. Misses the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Carter, good.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Westbrook, pass to Monk. No good on the 3.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Carter finds Levine. DeRozan outside. There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. LeBron with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 8. Pass to Monk. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 4 assists now tonight. And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Doncic is checked in for Monk. Keegan Murray's checked in for the Kings. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Doug Christie was going over with this team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Good job to recognize the situation and make the feed. Murray's a much better player when he's using his teammates.
Oh, Levine burns him inside.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Here's Carter. Outside Murray. Pass to Carter. Up and over Doncic. Carter can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 9. Powering through LeBron. And it's James with the jam.
LeBron on the attack. Unbridled fury and force.
Now Levine. Uses the glass on the layup. Levine's got 6 in the quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Oh, yeah! That's good!
Boy, it's been a great game thus far for Westbrook, and he's not done yet. Never satisfied, always pushing the envelope.
And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Some changes now for the Lakers. Connect comes in for Smart, and Malik Monk subbed in for Doncic. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Austin Reeves comes in for Zach LaVine. 17-footer on the way. Oh, he nailed the jumper.
Guys, you remember when DeMar DeRozan first came into the league? He was just really a raw athlete. Now he's a finely tuned offensive juggernaut.
Westbrook. Carter rips down the board.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Sabonis. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
Now Westbrook. Here's Monk from downtown. Murray pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And there it is.
Cold-blooded by Austin Reeves. He doesn't shy away from coming up big in critical times.
Reeves there for the rebound.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often. Big basket from DeMar DeRozan, an experienced NBA shot maker. He's been in these situations a lot and has come through more times than not.
It's off.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
Unloads. Yes, sir. That one goes.
This is what scratches the itch for DeRozan. Moments like this, he lives for. Takes great pride in being the guy to knock down the critical shots.
Here's Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. Murray pulls it down. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Oh, it doesn't go. Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Now Monk. 6. Outside Westbrook for 3. Reeves there for the rebound.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And the Lakers will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Connect. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Monk. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Russell Westbrook. He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
That's the way to go.
Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible. You hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
Sacramento calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game. Outside Carter. Can't get the 3. And so it's the Lakers who scrape by with the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Luka, yes, another victory for you, but the games will keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
I mean, compete, you know, the way we compete today from the start till the end. The game is never over, and just compete.
Well, you put together a full game tonight, and it paid off. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Luka Doncic.
I honestly think I want to see some. I want to see some. Who's in your starting lineup? See. This is a time where I would have Luke at the 3. Yeah, okay, so much. CJ McCollum. Probably gonna be. Could be you. Still. Wait. Somebody be toggled in that. I'm trying to give her 27 minutes. Not give her 27. Shit. Jackson Hayes.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Dyson Daniels is out there with McCollum, and it's Alexander Walker in at the three, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron James is out there with Ayton. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's DiVincenzo in at the two spot. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Outside Daniels. Back to McCollum. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now here's James. Good on the shot.
A nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
Here's Alexander Walker. McCollum outside. Four on the shot clock. Top of the key. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a three-point play chance here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
Now here's Johnson. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. James pass to Westbrook. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Back to Johnson. Shot to stop the run, and it's good on the layup.
And the league full of handles. Johnson showing you he's got one also.
To the middle, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
The Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Back to Okongwu. And a wide open look for McCollum. Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, that is a quick release by McCollum. He got that thing in the air before the defense even realized he had it.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Atlanta making a switch here. Nisbert's checked in.
And you know James isn't thinking twice about that shot. Knows he has the green light.
Here's McCollum. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, what's going on?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Closing in on the trade deadline, the Sacramento Kings front office is getting things done. They made a deal to acquire Austin Reeves in a move I'm told they believe will add crucial depth to their lineup. He can fill a lot of holes offensively, and he's the kind of player they're hoping can give them some stability on that side of the floor.
Thank you, Shams. Great to hear from you as always. And some changes here for the Lakers. Hayes is checked in for Ayton. Hachimura comes in for James. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a change for the Hawks. Kuminga's come in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Kispert. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Man, that was impressive. Johnson can flat out fly.
And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Smart.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Alexander Walker. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 8. The Lakers leading. Doncic looking it over. And the 3 off target. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. And Okongwu slams it in.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Now here is Hachimura. Nothing on the board. The 3 for Doncic. Johnson with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them.
and able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Alexander Walker. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Kuminga with a wide open look. Off target from outside. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around.
Johnson can't get it to go.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Got it off in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
That's why I'm gonna be cooking for real. Shit, that starting lineup is a little fucking much. You can probably
and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Well, that's true, and they've also been going right at the rim, which I love. Attack, attack, attack.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Kuminga. Corey Kispert is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's Ricochet in at the small 4. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, LeBron is keeping it going. He said, I appreciate these young guys coming up in the ranks and doing great things. I hope to have inspired them to carry it on when I decide that I'm done and keep this beautiful game going. Not just the league, but the purity of the game. That is what's most important. Kevin, back to you.
He's left an imprint, no doubt. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Landale. Following the 3 by the Lakers. 2 points. That one goes. Landale's got his first bucket in this one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And the total package, James, is so much fun to watch.
The Hawks trail by 7. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to enjoy the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Checked in for Zachary Ricochet. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Daniels against Kennard. Kispert, the pass to Landale. Lets it go with a 3. They get it back, and they pick up 2.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Alexander Walker's checked in. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Doncic. Doncic with the strong move inside.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside Daniel. Kuminga sends a screen for Daniel. Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. The 3. Rebounded by Smart.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade. And I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. The first one falls, and the Lakers with some changes. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Hachimura, and Russell Westbrook subbed in for Monk. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Johnson's checked in. LeBron dishes to Westbrook. Back to James. It's up a 3. Rebound Atlanta. McCollum looking it over. Alexander Walker. Shot clock reset for the Hawks. Here's Johnson. Alexander Walker on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Atlanta again missing.
Yeah, that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Doncic against Daniel. Takes it inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Daniels is really good at picking his spots on offense, including when there's an opportunity to attack the rim.
To the paint, Ayton in the corner. Outside, Smart. Lakers working the ball around now. And here's Doncic from the arc. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Alexander Walker. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate. And the coach is going to have something to say about that.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Some changes. Hachimura is checked in for LeBron. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Marcus Smart. Kispert's checked in for Atlanta. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 7.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Pass to Landale. Westbrook against Daniels. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And as a scorer, Daniels can really work inside with that size.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
For the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Jock Landale, and McCollum subbed in for Corey Kispert. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Now, here's Johnson. He's got 8. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
And Westbrook gets it.
Such a dynamic scorer. When Westbrook gets rolling like this, he's nearly impossible to contain.
Pass to Johnson. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And Daniels, here we go. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Doncic kicks to Hachimura. Outside Westbrook. The 3 for Doncic. Headshot off. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Lakers lead by 7. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Los Angeles.
33.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
And fellas, going back to that first half action, LeBron James was in complete control.
You know, Ernie, we talk about guys who can do everything, and when you watch LeBron, it reminds me of the Magic Man. He controls every phase of the game.
He will take on any task he's asked and do it to perfection.
Is he the GOAT?
Thanks for spending halftime with us.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you. This kind of energy offensively.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's 8. And it's LeBron James. And it's Doncic in at the 3 spot. And J.J. Redick 5 as we get into the second half.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons, I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
Now Johnson, after Luka Doncic's 3-pointer that didn't go. And here's McCollum for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 8.
And throughout his career, McCollum has always been a high-volume 3-point shooter. And there you see why, the consistency.
Doncic outside. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Doncic. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
Nice play by McCollum. So crafty with the ball in his hands.
Pass to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And there's the ferociousness. You got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Daniels with it. He's covered by Westbrook. Now here's Johnson. Okongwu with a screen on James. And Okongwu slams it in.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And it's Doncic missing.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
And the rejection by Ayton.
And for Ayton, protecting the rim is a big deal for him. I want to see a lot more of this.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 8-point game. Johnson outside. McCollum passes to Okongwu. And that one, good. Okongwu's now got 6 here in this quarter. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems. And at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work. I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Over in the corner, Doncic shoots over Alexander Walker. And it's Doncic missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
McCollum kicks to Okongwu. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles leading by 4. Westbrook with it. Okongwu covering. Westbrook dishes to Doncic. Luka hits the 3.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his second of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Lakers are trying to maximize what LeBron James has left in the tank. Coach J.J. Redick said, when you get to coach one of the greatest players ever, you take a lot of joy and pride and excitement in that. It's my job to help him in these last few innings of his career. Back to you.
A rare opportunity indeed. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And then for Atlanta. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Alexander Walker. And Corey Kispert subbed in for Daniels. And here's McCollum. After Rui Hachimura gets his shot to go from deep. A good look from McCollum. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense. The ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here's Hayes. Monk for 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Hawks making a switch here. Reza Shea checked in. 34 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Kuminga. Lock at 6. Here's McCollum. Can't get it to fall. Los Angeles leading by 8. In the corner, it's Monk. And here's Kennard. Fires for 3. The shot by Monk is no good. McCollum outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Monk. The Hawks have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And so McCollum nails both of them. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yeah, LeBron had Russell Westbrook. He got him, but not the way they should have.
Three tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. N'Keal Alexander-Walker out there with Kuminga. Then it's Corey Kispert. Then it's Dyson Daniels. And it's Landale in at the center position. Pass to Kennard. To the wing right side. On the wing, Monk. Defended by Kuminga. 6 on the shot clock. Smart finds Kennard. Here's LeBron. Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Daniels against Kennard. Daniels passes to Kuminga. Pass to Kispert from outside the arc. Rebounded by Smart.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Kennard's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 6. From 13, the Hawks again can't hit. James in the post. Defended by Kispert.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Alexander-Walker passes to Kispert. Three-pointer, Daniels. Hachimura grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 8. LeBron drives in. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. Landale. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles. Luka Doncic comes in for Luke Kennard. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what J.J. Redick was saying to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thanks.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And that's why they're behind. A lack of effort, a lack of attention to detail.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
The Hawks trail by 10. Now Daniels. Now Okongwu. Poked away.
Well, he not only forced the miss, but he also came down with the rebound.
LeBron powering in. Oh, the dunk.
And once LeBron finds a crack in the defense, he is off and running. What hustle from King James.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. For the Hawks, Johnson, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Corey Kispert. Johnson against LeBron. Outside Daniels. Now Johnson, shot clock at 6. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
And inside the paint, Johnson is becoming very consistent. He knows what angle to take.
Some changes for the Lakers. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Malik Monk. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Marcus Smart.
Jalen Johnson, second personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good. So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
Became the most improved player in this league.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Doncic. Now Johnson unloads from 13, and that one drops.
Right, Johnson's showing you what a talented player he is. He can score from virtually anywhere on the floor.
Westbrook. Johnson rips down the board. The Hawks trail by 10. McCollum outside. Daniels against James. He finishes with a one-handed dunk.
Well, Daniels is a big wing, and he is aggressive around the rim.
Clearly a foul.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Here's Ayton.
Ayton doing a nice job forcing the issue inside. He needs to continue that moving forward.
Second team foul.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. 7-point differential.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Johnson fires. Doesn't get that one. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Doncic beyond the arc. Green from outside.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Now here's Johnson. Insane move and bucket. Here's Westbrook. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Doncic. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3. So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something.
Luka, you played well tonight, and your team got the win. Those two usually go together.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Mm, yeah, we'll save that for another day. But we're about to destroy the nigga. Like, Ja and Westbrook low will cancel each other out. Luka is going to destroy Jalen Wells. And LeBron's going to destroy Santi Aldama. Zach Edey is going to bully Aiden a little bit, though, but it won't be enough.